everyone, so I'm here today with my April favorites. I know that this is coming a little bit late and I apologize, but I'm new to these favorites videos, and so bear with me while I kind of get things on track as far as putting them up in the right times and everything. So anyway, I just thought I would still go ahead and film this. It's still kind of toward the beginning of the month of May, so I will just jump right in and get started. I have a few makeup products, and then I have more kind of beauty stuff and a couple of fashion type items, I guess you'd call it. So I'll start with makeup products. The first thing I have here is a cream color base by MAC. It's in the color Pearl. And this I use as a highlight, and it's just a creamy color. And this is a really, really beautiful color as a highlight. I've said before I have dry skin, so what I do is if I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer, I'll put that on first, and then before I put on any kind of powder product, like, or even concealer actually, I put on this first. So I put my highlight on first, and then if I'm wearing a cream blush or cream bronzer, I'll always put the creams on first, and then I will conceal. That way I can change the color to match, you know, the area of my face that it's on, and then I'll follow up with excuse me, either a setting powder or something like that. So anyway, I really, really love that. It's a beautiful color. It kind of has like a sort of golden shimmer to it, but it's really subtle, and when the light hits it, it just looks really natural and nice. So I really, really love that. The next thing I have is a bronzing powder by MAC, and this is in the color Bronze. It looks like this, and this is not a matte bronzer. There is a little bit of shimmer in it, but it doesn't really come up all that much. I don't really notice it when it's on my face. I mean, it's really pigmented. That's really heavy right there. I blend it out a lot more when it's on my face, but I find for some reason bronzers tend to look orange on me, and I don't know why that is, but even the Benefit Hoola bronzer looks orange on me. I really, really like this one. It's a little bit dark for me all the time. I think when I have a better tan, this would look better. So I might at some point go back and get the, I think it's called Golden Bronze, or just Golden. I think it's the MAC Golden, which is a little bit lighter than this. But right now I'm really, really loving that one. And then the next face product, now I've had this for a while. It's, the writing is kind of worn off. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer SPF, and this is in the color Reserve Your Cabana. And I used to use this as just a highlight, but lately I've been using this as a setting powder. It doesn't look like much on my finger. Sorry, it's raining outside and storming right now, so if you hear thunder, that's what it is. So it doesn't look like much on the finger. That was a big one. I hope that doesn't wake my daughter up. She's napping right now. So, but it has a slight sheen to it on the skin. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't really add a lot of color because I put it on so lightly. What I do is I just take a kabuki brush, I tap it in there, and I tap off the extra, and then I just dab it on my face. So it doesn't look cakey at all, but it sets my makeup enough to where it doesn't just wipe off, and it kind of gives me a slight sheen without making me look like I have powder on. So I've actually really been loving this as just a setting powder. Again, that's in the color Reserve Your Cabana, and it says 743A by Wet n Wild. And then the next two makeup products I have are two mascaras. One of them, I'm sure you guys have all heard about this one, and it's the Loreal Voluminous Full Definition. Oh, hopefully that's picking up. But I think I mentioned in my last video, I think it was what's in my makeup bag, that I didn't like this when I first opened it, and then once it dried out I liked it better. Well, this is a brand new one, and I love it. So I don't know if I just got a dud on the last one, because the last one I bought, it seemed to just get all over my face. It was really kind of liquidy and just didn't work out very well. But this one, I absolutely love it, and it just separates my lashes really well. This color is in black brown, and I just really like it. So there's that one. And then the other one I've been using is actually by Mary Kay, and it's their Ultimate Mascara, and this one's in black. And I've had this for a really long time, but I recently just pulled it out. So this has been open for a long time. But it has a pretty simple brush. They're really pretty short bristles, and there's a slight kind of tapered look to the brush itself. But I love this. I absolutely love it. I'm surprised it's still going strong, especially here in Colorado with the weather so dry. It has not dried out. I'm wearing it today. I just put it on the base of my lashes and just roll it through my lashes, and it just separates them and it coats them really well. I only wear, you know, one coat of mascara pretty much all the time, but I can still get clumps sometimes, and this one doesn't do that to me, and it's not really hard to get off. They have a waterproof version. I don't like wearing waterproof mascara very much because I hate having to just really work to get it off. Unless I'm going to a wedding or a funeral or something like that where I really need it, I don't wear waterproof. But again, that's the Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara in black. So the only other two things that kind of go with the makeup that I have are two makeup brushes. They're both by Real Techniques. The first one here is, let's see, it's called the Pixel Point Eyeliner Brush. And it's just, it's kind of a thicker eyeliner brush. They also have a really thin one, and this is the thicker one. I'm not very good at eyeliner. I'm not, I don't have a steady enough hand to draw this perfect line. I don't really do winged liner. I haven't, at some point I might, you know, brave it and try to figure it out, but so far I haven't done that. But what I've been using this brush for is concealer to conceal small spots. I've had a lot of hormonal breakouts lately, and this is really great. I'll just tap it into my concealer, and then I'll just dab it on any spots that I might have on my face, and then just pat it in with my hand or with my finger. And that's really nice because I don't have to use very much. It blends in really well, and it just conceals the one little spot. So I really love this brush for that. And then the other brush I have is also by Real Techniques, and it is the brow brush. And I don't know if you can see, but it's thicker right here. It's a lot thicker than any normal angled brush that I've ever used, at least. And I have, just like my hair on my head, I have really thick eyebrows. They're kind of spotty as far as some parts are blonde, some parts are more red, some parts are a little bit brunette, and it's just, they change, they're just all different colors, and I have a hard time with those really skinny angled brushes to really get into my brows and color in the blonde. I seem to always have a few little blonde hairs that I can't quite get to, but this one makes it really easy. I kind of need, here on the outside of my brow, I don't always do it because I'm lazy, but if I was taking more time to do my makeup one day, I might use a narrower angled brush to get this very outside part. But right here on the inside, this works really, really nice. So it's just really, really, really easy. So that is the brow brush by Real Techniques. And those are all the makeup products they have. The next one I'm going to show you is a perfume. It's by Pacifica, and it's the Malibu Lemon Blossom perfume. And I hope you can see that. It does not come with a top on it. I think this little bottle was about $20, maybe $22 at Beauty Brands. I'm not sure if that's a Colorado company or not, but I've seen this actually at Sunflower Market, which I know is a Colorado company. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. It may not be, but you know, Whole Foods might have it. I haven't been to a Whole Foods in a long time, but this brand is becoming really popular, and I love lemon scent to it. So if you don't like citrusy flavors, citrusy scents, you won't like this, but it's just really fresh. I don't know, I just love it. So I would highly recommend just smelling it. And they have a whole bunch of other scents in this line that smell really good as well. So love that. And then this next one is Hawaiian Tropic Silk Hydration Broad Spectrum SPF. And this is basically a moisturizer with SPF in it. So it doesn't smell like a sunscreen, not really. I mean, it kind of has a slight sunscreen scent to it, but it comes out like that. You can see like there's a swirl to it with moisturizer and then like a little peachy color in there. And it just goes on like a moisturizer. So I wear this when I'm just taking my daughter and my dog for a walk, or we're just going to the park for a while. I have really fair skin, so I always try to put sunscreen on if I know I'm going to be out in the sun. But I don't want to have that kind of sticky, greasy sunscreen feel to my skin all day, and I don't want to smell like it all day either, especially if I'm just going out for a little while. So this is really nice because it's just a moisturizer, and you're going to have to reapply. It says 12-hour moisturization on here, but that is not, I don't believe that's 12 hours worth of SPF. I think if you're going to be in the sun for a long time, you're going to need to reapply it. It's not waterproof. It doesn't say it's waterproof, so I wouldn't trust this as far as swimming goes. But just, you know, walking around outside for a while, I really, really like that. And then the next thing I have, these actually two next things, they go hand in hand. It's the Nivea Sun-Kissed Radiant Skin Gradual Tanner and Daily Lotion. And I haven't used this in a couple weeks now, so don't look at my skin as far as how this works. But it's a gradual tanner, just like it says. This is the medium to dark, and I love it. I'm extremely sensitive to, well, not sensitive to smells, but I have a very good sense of smell, and I really cannot stand the smell of self-tanners. I'm sure if any of you have used self-tanners, you know what I'm talking about. There's like a kind of a burned, there's just a weird smell to it that I cannot stand. But this doesn't have it. When you put it on, it just smells like, you know, a fresh moisturizer. After you've had it on for a while, there's a very, very tiny hint of the tanning smell, but it is so slight that even I don't notice it that much. It does not bother me. I like the way this feels on my skin. It does give me a natural looking tan. It is gradual, but you know, after applying it a few times, I can definitely notice a difference. When it starts to fade, it fades evenly. It doesn't fade in patches like some of the other tanners I've used do. So I really love this. And to go along with that, I've been using a tanning mitt. Now, I actually bought this on Amazon, and I've since then heard you can buy them at Ulta. This was $6 on Amazon. I buy a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon, so I just added it to one of my orders one time. It wasn't a big deal. But it has kind of like a, not really felt. It's pretty cheap. It's a lot cheaper than felt, but it's just really soft on this side, and then on the inside, it's lined so it doesn't soak through to get on your hand. And I love this for a couple of reasons. First of all, I just squirt the self-tanner right onto here, and then I just rub it in. And it rubs in so easily, so quickly, and even. If you're using your fingers, you have to be careful that you're not getting streaks from your fingers with the tanner. But this goes on really easily. The other thing I love it for is getting the backs of my hands, which I always find tricky because you don't want tanner on the palms of your hands, right? Because that will, you know, they'll make them look orange. And so if you're applying them with if you're applying tanner with bare hands, you always want to wash your hands afterwards. Well, when you wash your hands afterwards, what do you do with the back of your hand? Because it's going to wash off there, and then you're going to have a line right here where your tanner ends. And I don't think that looks very nice or natural. So what I love this because I can, of course I wouldn't have my ring on, but what I can do is I'll just take it with a little bit of tanner. So I'll wipe it all over my arm, and then whatever's left on here, I'll just bring it down my hand, just on the tops, and make sure I get kind of in between the fingers a little bit, just very lightly. And I'll just do this and let it dry for a minute or so, and then I switch this over and do the same thing to this hand. And it doesn't cause streaking on this. It doesn't rub it off or anything, and it keeps my palms clean. So I highly recommend getting a mitt. I know that there's some tanners out there that come with a mitt when you buy them, but even if you're doing a gradual tanner, highly, highly, highly recommend a mitt. This one I can just clean with soap and water. I haven't had any problems with it. It might get kind of gross at some point, but it's pretty cheap and I can just replace it. So I love that. Moving on, I've been using, if you've watched my What's in My Shower video, you would have seen this, but I've really been loving the Coconut Lime Breeze from Bath & Body Works. I have the Triple Moisture Body Cream and the Creamy Body Wash. And I'm running low on the body wash, but I think I have a backup. So I just love this fragrance. It smells so good. It's just, I think it used to be their Coconut Lime Verbena, I think is what it used to be called, and then they changed it. I'm not sure when they changed it, but I really, really love this. It's just so refreshing. It makes me just think of summer, and we've had a very odd spring here. May 1st, we had a huge snowstorm in Colorado, so that's a little weird. But we'll have a few really warm days, and then we'll have some cold days. Excuse me. And so it's hard to get into the spring mindset when we're getting snow in May. But I don't know, this just helps me. It just helps feel like spring to me. So I really, really, really love that. And then the last two things I have are kind of clothing items. The first one I'm going to show you are these flip-flops. Now, I am a huge flip-flop person, especially in the summer. Well, only in the summer, really. Spring, summer, fall, I guess. But I bought these from Walmart, and they were $5, like $4.95 or something like that. And I bought 3 pairs. I bought the pink ones, I have some white ones, and then I also have some black ones. And they are so comfortable. They're not high quality. I'm sure they'll wear out quickly, but I mean, there's nothing special about them. But this fabric right here makes them so comfortable. I've never had a blister rubbed on my foot. I walk in these a lot. I just really love them. And if you're looking for some cheap flip-flops, like pink ones, I'm not going to wear these all the time, but I have a couple of outfits that they go with. So $5, I can spend $5 on some flip-flops. And then the next thing I got, actually at Walmart, was this dress, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. I'll just stand up and show you. It's a maxi dress. It's like the turquoise and then a blue, kind of like a navy blue, and it's so comfortable. I've had so many compliments on this when I have worn it, and it's just, I love dresses in the summer. I don't wear shorts. I'm not a shorts person. I'm extremely self-conscious about my legs, and I've always had larger legs than waist. You know, with the sports that I grew up doing, I grew up figure skating and downhill skiing and doing cheerleading and gymnastics and all that. So I have very muscular legs, and shorts just don't fit me very well, and I'm not comfortable in them. So I love skirts and dresses, maxi dresses especially, and I love this. I've had so many compliments on it. It came from Walmart. I don't remember the exact price, but it was between $15 and $20, I think. So absolutely love that. Highly recommend checking out some of their dresses. Well, that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comments below, I would love to know what your favorite items are for spring. Like, what do you look forward to pulling out once springtime hits? Whether that's, you know, makeup or nail polish or body products or clothing. I would just love to know what some of your favorite spring items are. So leave a comment below letting me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will be back with some more videos soon. So thanks guys. Take care. Bye-bye.